Hello everyone, my name is Sonic848 and today I'm going to be giving an overview and showcasing the two new classes that came with Critical Strike's version 5.2.3 update, Trickster and Wind Dancer. They're both pretty anticipated and returning classes that have gotten a rework to their moveset and thus play differently in some way, shape, or form. If you want to know how to get these classes, you can get Trickster by finding the class in the assassin section right here of the class lobby and spending 200 points on them. If you want to know how to get Wind Dancer, you can find them in the special section over here, the same place, the class lobby, and you can try out Wind Dancer for free until the 1st of February, which is when the class's event actually starts. And then when the event does come out, you have to do the event's objectives in order to permanently unlock this class, so they can, use it like a typical class that you get when you unlock. The Wind Dancer is a brawler class located in the special section of the class lobby. It starts at 100 HP, which is average for a brawler class, but above average in comparison to every class. 35 speed, which is the second highest base speed in the game, and it can deal up to 55 damage in a single burst or combo. Its playstyles are melee, mobility, area of effect attack, and high damage, which means it is a melee class that has good overall speed, has area of effect attacks, and it can deal a huge amount of damage overall. There is no class info on Wind Dancer at the time of this video. I'll make a comment and pin it when it does get added into the game. Wind Dancer's left mouse button, or LMB, it's a simple melee slash with your fans that deal 10 damage. It has an average cooldown time and average range in comparison to other basic melee attacks. Wind Dancer's first ability, which is Q, summons 3 tornadoes from your fans and retract back to you, dealing 10 damage and launching any enemy that gets hit upwards. They can also clip through walls. These tornadoes themselves do not individually hit the enemy, meaning you cannot deal 30 damage forward and back, aka 60 damage from one ability. While the enemy is staggered, aka being launched up into the air, you will not be able to deal damage to them with the tornadoes. You will also gain a movement speed buff from the duration of the ability. You can do a little trick here actually. Since the tornadoes act like a boomerang of sorts, you can circle yourself as the tornadoes come back to you, like applying yourself a hitbox shield to those who try to approach you up close. Wind Dancer's second ability, which is E, is a delayed AoE attack that deals 8 damage, launches the user and the enemy upwards, although it will launch the enemy up higher than the user, and gives a very brief stun to the enemy. You can combine this ability with a jump to give yourself extra height if needed. Wind Dancer's ultimate ability, which is F, summons a large, long-lasting tornado that deals 10 damage and launches enemies upwards. This too can clip through walls. Wind Dancer's moveset and their properties allows the class to pretty much combo off of any ability as long as the ability hits. One combo you can do with Wind Dancer is to use your E at close range, then use F to almost guarantee yourself another hit in the enemy, since both you and the enemy will be launched because of the second ability. Wind Dancer's moveset also has really good coverage slash hitboxes, allowing you to really put some pressure on the enemy. Any sort of close quarters combat class like Frost and Chrono will struggle pretty badly against Wind Dancer due to the coverage and properties of said class's moves. Ranged and burst classes such as Ghost and Snowman are pretty good counters to Wind Dancer because of the tools they have. Ghost being able to apply really good pressure at a distance with its mark and left mouse button, and Snowman stacking Snowy to not only slow down Wind Dancer, but also set them up for a burst damage combo with its E and F. The Trickster is an assassin class located in the assassin section of the class lobby. Its stats are 70 HP, which is average for an assassin class, and slightly below average for every class, 35 speed, good speed overall, but again average for an assassin class, and it can deal up to 200 damage in a single burst slash combo, using its E and Q combo with max bleed stacks, forgot to put that in script apparently, on high HP targets, which will be explained later. Trickster's left mouse button, which is Lethal Knife, has the user throw a knife projectile that gives 1% bleed proc, stacking up to 10%. The knives deal 5 damage. The damage of the bleed depends on the amount of stacks and how much HP the target has. For example, 1 stack of bleed does 1 damage on a 100 HP target. The bleed also ticks up to 3 times. The bleed does seem to cap at 20 per tick, since the super dummy was receiving 20 damage per tick no matter what the bleed percent it had. Trickster's first ability, Prankster, makes the user go stealth and gain increased movement speed during stealth. You will not be able to do anything while you're in stealth. You can only run around. If you have Knife Party active, which is Trickster's second ability, E, when you come out of stealth, you release a very close range AoE attack that applies bleed to the target. If the target already has bleed, the bleed procs will be consumed by the E and Q combo and will deal damage based upon the percentage of the proc, up to a maximum of 200 damage, but only on high HP targets like Juggernaut. Trickster's second ability, Knife Party, changes your next lethal knife, which is the left mouse button, into a set of 6 knives, firing 3 at a time with both hands. These knives will also have more range than a regular lethal knife. Seems to be double the range of a regular lethal knife. Trickster's ultimate ability, which is Knife Trick, toggles an effect on your knives where they will stop in place after being thrown. Toggle the ability again to release the knives you've thrown. The knives you've thrown during Knife Trick will have double the damage of a regular lethal knife and will still be able to proc bleed on targets, but they will have significantly reduced range, and this also applies to Knife Party. They will have significantly reduced range upon firing them initially. When you do release them, they will have the same range as Knife Party. The knives will also despawn after a set amount of time, though you can throw as many knives as you want within the Knife Trick effect. Trickster can be a real threat at close to close medium ranges, mainly because of the bleed procs doing quite a bit of damage, more so on higher health targets, and the fact that you can amp up the damage of your knives with F. You can technically just use E, which is Knife Party, under the F's effect, and shotgun players for 60 damage and instant 6% bleed, which is enough to one-shot a Frost directly and kill most assassin classes from bleed. Trickster can also set up knives near a healing spot or just a simple choke point to throw players off when they want to go get a break, though do keep in mind that the knives won't last forever. However, Trickster is still an assassin class. That 70 HP is below average for most classes and the second lowest in the game, only being beaten by Frost. Trickster is very capable of being outright pummeled by a lot of bursted assassin classes such as Wizard and Recon. Even most tank classes like Juggernaut and Knight can do well against Trickster, with Juggernaut being able to apply F and completely negate Trickster's bleed procs while also getting damage buffs, and Knight being able to literally counter Trickster's shotgun if they're too aggressive. With both classes getting their overviews, I will now showcase gameplay of these two classes in action within public lobbies. Just do keep in mind that this footage is my first time experience with classes, meaning I had no prior information about what they do and what they're capable of. So my opinions here might be controversial to what I've described when explaining the classes. Just want to give that disclaimer to those who might be confused after watching. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. So hopefully I've done a good job of explaining and showcasing how both the new Trickster and Wind Dancer classes work and are capable of doing to you guys. It took me at least half a day to get this video finished, so I would greatly appreciate it if you guys could hit the like button so I know that I've done good. And subscribe to the channel as well for more of these informative type videos, because I'm definitely planning to do more of these in the future. I like to give my opinions on things relating to a game, especially when it comes to either RPG or fighting games, so I try to represent that in today's video. If you want, you could follow me on my other social medias, you know, Twitter, Twitch, maybe even join my Discord server as well. Links are all in the description. If you guys want to try the game for yourselves, link is also down below, as well as their Twitter page so you guys can see what the dev team is working on. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!